What's up, guys? Today just sharing another trade video. I mean, I do trades every week, literally every week. Sometimes, some weeks, I'll do a trade every single day. So if you want to see these trade videos, certainly let me know. There's a lot of knives that come in and I just don't use them enough to do reviews, or I don't feel comfortable doing a review on it. But I get plenty of knives you guys never see. So if this is something that's interesting, it's just a way for you to kind of get a preview, maybe even an initial impression, which I'll probably give you in this video. But anyway, just another trade. This is my side of the trade, the stuff that I got. This was traded for an Evolve Minuteman, which is an awesome knife. I do highly recommend it. I have a review on that knife. It's just one of those things, out with the old, in with the new. So anyway, what is in here is some fishing stuff. So before I get into the knives, let's talk about fishing real quick. I love fishing. I absolutely miss it. I had horrible timing this year. It's still winter, and I still have some hope to go ice fishing. You guys saw I did one ice fishing video. I got to go out once. I wasn't even on the ice. I was fishing from the dock. It was kind of a sad little experience. I had a nice bass in the line, and I never set the hook because I didn't fix the drag on my reel because it was brand new. So that was a huge bummer, but it's been a combination of not being able to get out to go. I've been sick, I've been busy, and then the times where I was ready to go, the lakes and ponds and stuff were just not frozen. We've had a really weird weather pattern. It got super, super cold, that Arctic chill. I was sick all throughout that. That would have been a perfect time to go out and do some fishing. I mean, sub-degree weather, I don't know how comfortable I would be. I'd have to really bundle up, pretty well. It could be very dangerous when it's that cold and the wind's blowing and stuff, but long story short, when I want to go, there's no ice. When there is ice, I can't go. So hopefully I get one more shot at least before the season's over. I feel like there's plenty of winter left for that, but we'll see. We'll just have to see if the timing works out. So anyway, yeah, this is some fishing stuff, which I'll go over at the end. These are the knives that I traded for, mostly for this one, which we'll start off with. This is the Buck Strider. This is an older model. It's been long discontinued. It's a Strider pattern, but made by Buck Knives. I've had this knife. I think I did a review on it. And it was just one of those things. Once I did the review, I have to trade things off in order to get new stuff. I can't just go out and buy things all the time. So I just got rid of it. And it was offered to me, and I thought, you know what, yeah, I want it back. It is a really, really awesome old model. Specifically very popular in the 90s. I love this one. When this thing came out, it was awesome because everyone wanted a Strider. They wanted an SNG. But it was just too expensive. The SMFs and SNGs, it's a tongue twister. They were super popular. They were right there with the Rick Hinderers, the XM18s, and right there with the Chris Reeve Sebenzas. Those were basically the three top Grail knives at the time. They were all, $400 in and around, depending on, the specific model and such. And back then, I was talking to a lot of people that just didn't have money to buy those. So those were like, the unicorns of the knife community. Nowadays, it's a little bit different. There's still plenty of people out there that, their Grail knives are $200 and $300 and $400, but I find that as time goes on and the, community grows bigger and bigger, there's plenty of people with money. And lots of people end up just buying these expensive knives, and it's not a big deal. But for some people, it's like, one day I'll have this or one day I'll have that, and it's really, really special when they finally do get those knives. So when this one hit the market, it's like, wow, I can get a Strider design. This is, by the way before major copies and counterfeits and stuff, which we happen to have right here next to it. So nowadays you can get, I guess a Strider, counterfeit or a copy from China for $25. You know what I mean? It just wasn't available back then. If you wanted the Strider pattern, you had to pay that money until this came out. This was a much more affordable option because it was a collaboration with Buck. It was still a quality folder, but you got that Strider feel, that Strider design. So super popular when it came out. So just kind of a blast from the past, a knife that I always loved. So yeah, getting into the next one, talking about copies. It's not a counterfeit, this is a Ganzo, all right? But this is certainly a copy, pretty much a direct copy of the Benchmade Bedlam, all right? I mean, it's too close. Down here it's a little bit different on the Bedlam, but come on. I mean, it's a direct copy. So not super excited about this. There's just kind of like an extra, bone. And you can see even the axis lock is not as nice, as the Benchmade. I've always thought the purpose of these are if you, kind of want to try out a knife, you try this for 20 bucks or whatever, and if you like it, you go out and you actually buy the Benchmade. You know what I mean? That's, in my opinion, the purpose of the copies. But, whatever. It's just one of those things. I I try to look at knives, the copies and stuff in two different perspectives. Part of me is, kind of annoyed that they're stealing designs. I mean, these are people's hard-earned work. It's their intellectual property. You hear that term used a lot, and it's very true. These people spend a lot of time designing knives, and just for some company to just steal it, it stinks. And the profit from it is even worse. And then the other side of me tries to have somewhat of an unbiased opinion, and hey, these are for sale out there, so, is it a good knife or not? It's never as good as the real deal. So the next knife here is a knife I haven't had before, which I might do a review on. This is the CRKT Tighe 2. All right, Brian Tighe design. Button lock. It feels pretty light, like my initial impressions are really good. It's pretty comfortable. I do like the button lock. It's easy to, open and close. You can open it with the lock as well, kind of like, an access lock. Little flipper design, just comfortable. It's really nice. Something a little bit different, Thumb studs, ambidextrous thumb studs, so, so far, I mean, I do like it. It is a pretty cool option for a lighter knife. So next we have another CRKT knife that I have not yet tried, which again might or might not do a review, not sure yet. But this is the VASP. This has kind of like a thumb flipper. It's not a front flipper, it's not up here, all right, but it's not back here where you would, normally think it would be. It's just this little weird nub on top. Not sure if I like this. I'm not comfortable using it. I only flipped it a couple times, but basically give it a little thumb flick down, all right. I kind of lose my grip when I'm opening it. I'll say that. It's super smooth. You can see, it's got IKBS bearing system in it. So, I mean, it is a little liner lock. It is super smooth in actually opening. It's just an awkward thing for me. See how I didn't open it all the way there? So I have to kind of get used to it. But yeah, I mean, pretty interesting knife as well. So again, may do a review on it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's the knife portion of this. So I really think I'm gonna do a review on that. Maybe this one. Not gonna really talk about this. It is what it is. You guys know the deal with all the Ganzo knives anyway. They're I mean, yeah, they're okay budget knives. Again, from the political side of things, don't like the copy of the designs and so forth. But anyway, moving on. Those are the knives. All right, mostly just traded for this guy. The other ones are just kind of bonus knives. And then, of course, all this stuff. Fishing gear galore. All right, a lot of rubbers. So, give you a quick peek on some of these. These are pretty much all new to me. I don't think I've used any of these before. All right, some finesse worms here. All right, just some random stuff. I'm not gonna go through everything, but I mean, a ton of grubs and stuff. All right, so it's pretty cool trying different brands. I mean, I'm used to getting a lot of my fishing gear. I use Fish USA, as I mentioned before, for some stuff. I go to Walmart, like a lot of people, so there's just certain brands that I kind of stick with, and I don't really, veer outside of those brands. So it's really nice to try some different stuff that normally I don't see. Like, for example, this brand, Smart Baits, I don't think I've ever used Smart Baits before. Catchco, maybe once or twice, but it's just nice to have this variety. Pretty cool. Kitech, I have used. I was originally turned on to Kitech stuff from Tactical Bassin. They swear by them. They are awesome. All right, I believe they're Japanese made. They are extremely high quality. They work very, very well. I love Kitech for all kinds of situations, you know what I mean? But they are more expensive, a lot more expensive. A couple times actually buying them, at stores, a little bit more expensive than ordering them online. But I mean, fishing in general can be expensive like any other hobby once you start, building a collection of things. Zoom, this is like what I'm familiar with, all right? A lot of Zoom from Walmart, things like that. So anyway, that was my recent trade. Bunch of plastics for fishing, which I'm very excited about. All right, here's another one, Get Zit. Never use these. Nice pack of tubes. So I mean, again, it's just nice trying different brands. Of course, you guys care about the blades mostly. This was the big guy. Again, blast in the past, been there, done that, but love it. Don't mind revisiting it. This one don't really care about too much. Probably just an add-on for a trade. This one will be reviewed. I'm deciding now. I will review that for sure. This one, maybe. I don't know. You guys give me your feedback on these knives. Have you ever had a buck strider before? If you've been collecting for 20 years, 20 plus years like I have, you probably had one. They were that popular. Let me know if you happen to have the Bedlam copy. We know about the CRKTs. If you have them, if you like them, if you still carry them. Just kind of curious. So anyway, that is it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Take care.